Hello and welcome to another update video about Optimism. Optimism seems to still be on its way to the downside here, and I'm currently looking at a potential target of $1.16. There's of course a condition. The condition is that price should stay below the $1.83 level, the recent high, to make that assumption still a valid assumption, because above that obviously it's going to new highs. We don't have to wait until 183 to get that warning. Typically it is the 50% retracement level that will give us a very first warning. So let's just bring all those onto the chart. And the 50% retracement level is $1.67. So if we see a break above $1.67, the assumption that we go lower may not work out, but still could. But above $1.76, which is the 78.6 retracement level, things might already be turning back to the upside, which is of course possible. I'm currently not looking for that primarily because I'm looking for further downside primarily. But with altcoins, the trajectory might change quickly. Therefore, I think it is usually recommended when we deal with altcoins not to focus too much on the microstructure. They are just simply too fragile, and the coins are very, very volatile. Therefore, I think it is usually a good idea, especially with altcoins, to leave them a little bit more space, to allow them a little bit of space to move. Basically, you can't restrict them that much. They are very volatile. Intraday volatility can cause changes to microwave counts and so on. So any micro count I'm showing you, and that's just a reminder, it's just a roadmap. It's to be understood as a roadmap to understand what are the relevant levels that, if broken, they open the door to a different trend, okay? They are not to be understood as something that's fixed and definitely has to work out, especially not on the lower time frame, okay? So larger time frame wave counts are definitely more reliable. If we do deal with altcoins, the lower wave counts, they are to be understood as a roadmap, and we use them to draw the fib levels, and when the fib levels are broken, we know that certain other trends are playing out. So just gave you the key resistance levels for that. Looking really at this, there is a bearish wave count which would send Optimism to new lows. This is certainly possible. I'm skeptical about that, but it is certainly a likely interpretation, so we can't forget about that one. This is actually sketched out on this chart in yellow, ABC structure down in a wave 5 to complete this entire bear market breakdown. Yeah. However, due to the structure and the corrective structure of the rally into the 2023 highs, the corrective rally down so far, the corrective rally up, we might be dealing with a larger triangle and the range. So it might not be trending at all. Okay, that's just something to highlight. So just because I've got that wave 5 to the downside here, don't expect necessarily new all-time lows. There are levels we need to watch before. For example, the $1.16 level is a key level to watch. It's the beginning basically of this wedge pattern to the upside, where the rally started really pretty much here on the 10th of July. Now, looking at the microstructure, I already gave you my view. The expectation was for a break to the downside, a reaction to resistance. That happened. I then gave you an idea of a micro count. That can always change. As I said, I go to the 1 hour chart now. So far it's adhering to it very nicely. Okay, so we have here a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up. The wave 3 might still be in the making. I cannot rule out that the wave 3 is already finished, but the yellow wave 3, but should ideally go a little lower. What might be the case, and that's often the case, is that this white wave 4, which perfectly reacted to our resistance, that this is unfolding as an Elliott Wave triangle, so it could see a little bit more sideways action in this localized wave 4. And then, again, I can't rule out that this wave 5 is already finished. So we need to allow potentially for a retracement in yellow wave 4 already. So if that is the case, what would be the most imminent resistance? If we already come up in yellow wave 4, which I cannot rule out, then resistance would be a little higher than the previous one, $1.60 to $1.63. So for risk management purposes, I'm already counting it as wave 4 in yellow now. But it could be that white wave 4 is still unfolding. Again, that's just the uncertainty we deal with. Any break above $1.62, I think we might already be in this B wave potentially, okay, which would allow a larger corrective rally. But then I gave you the relevant fib levels for that just in the beginning. And Primarily, however, I'd be looking for another low here in wave 5 to complete either a wave 1 or an A wave. But these are just the microstructures I'm tracking. Certainly nothing too reliable here. What was sort of reliable was an expected reaction to resistance here, and it happened, quite impulsive move down so far. At the moment, only overall in 3 waves, so I'd love to see a 5-wave move down to get a little bit more clarity that further declines are coming. As always, when we only have 3 waves down, then it might very well turn around quickly. When we have 5 waves down, we have more confidence that the upcoming rally will be corrective, okay? That's my update about Optimism. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.